95% of people lose money in trading. So statistically speaking, you shouldn't trade. You should just give up. You should quit. But today, we're going to dive into why the 95% loses and how to position yourself to be in the 5%.
If you're watching this video, you're probably a part of that 95%. You're looking for an answer on how to become a part of that 5%. This is Vanquished Trading Company. I'm Andrew.
I'm Micah.
You're probably lazy. You're probably not working hard enough. That's why you're part of the 95%. I'm sorry if people were too nice to say that to you before, but that's the honest truth. You're probably not working hard enough.
There's a kind of famous saying. It's that if a hedge fund in Wall Street posted their rules on the Wall Street Journal, all of you would still lose at the end of the day. And that's a pretty factual statement when you understand how trading works, to be honest with you.
But why is that, Mike? Why would they still fail?
They would still fail because trading isn't as cut as dry as if you do this, you'll have this result. It takes years of dedication, training, and just hard work of understanding yourself and the market, which is the hardest part.
Yeah, it's not just the time that goes into it. It's doing the right work and working towards a specific goal. You could spend years and years learning how to trade and learn how to do it really poorly and still be terrible at trading. There's countless traders that trade for years.
I know guys that are in their 30s, 40s that picked this up when they were in their 20s, and they're still unsuccessful. But there's very specific reasons behind that. They're still treating this like a game. They're showing up, having fun, and not correcting the problems.
Right, and that's what it comes down to is what is the work you're doing? Is the work that you're doing actually correcting the problems that you have in your trading? Is the work that you're doing actually pushing you towards your goals? Do you have clear goals that you can work towards? If you don't have clear goals, how can you have a clear plan to get to those goals? So take this seriously. Don't treat it like a game. Put in the work that it takes. It's a lot of work. There's no way around that. It's not a quick, easy way out. So if that's what you're looking for, sorry, this isn't it.
And kind of a crazy thing to think about as well within trading is it's not like a normal job. You can show up and work your butt off at a job, and most of the times you will be rewarded for that. You may get a raise, you may get a promotion.
I mean, you're getting a paycheck at least. For
you're
most
at least
jobs,
getting a paycheck, but
there's some jobs where you aren't guaranteed a paycheck.
Yeah,
right?
But you can put your blood, sweat, and tears into trading and still lose money at the end of the day. So it's all about
you're guaranteed nothing.
Exactly. It's all about the correct aspects, which are really correcting bad loops, which we've talked about on our channel before, which involves recording, identifying issues, which is a lot of work.
Tracking data is an incredible amount of work. But
yeah.
It's also incredibly important in removing bad trades, removing losses, and increasing the percentage of wins, essentially, increasing profitability. That's what it's about.
A famous trader, he talks a lot about how journaling is really what brought him to the success that he has today. And I can see it in my own trading. Without journaling, you will just spin your wheels no matter what. So focus on that. That is where the real hard work is the journaling, the data, and correcting those loops.
100%. So another big reason, other than maybe you are putting in the work, maybe I yelled at you and you are really putting in the work. If that's the case, I'm sorry. Chances are that's not the case. And I'm not sorry to most of you, but maybe you are putting in the work. Maybe it's something else. Something else that comes up is maybe you just aren't giving yourself the time to become successful. And that could mean a lot of different things, honestly. But maybe it's you've locked yourself into too tight of a time frame where I have to be successful in 6 months, let's say. Let's just pick a random time frame. 6 months. I have to be successful in 6 months. Well, now I'm locked in. I have all this pressure on myself. Maybe I'm someone who doesn't work very well under pressure. Because of this, during those 6 months, it is catastrophic. It goes absolutely horribly. I blow all the money that I had set aside for trading to learn how to trade during this 6 months. It's all gone. Let's say I had $8,000. I blew it all. It's gone. Now I have $0,000. I have $0. So after all of that, I have learned nothing during this 6 months. I've lost all my money, and that's all because I put all this pressure on myself. I need to be successful in 6 months. I'm not someone who works well under pressure, and I blew all my money. Well, now I'm never going to trade again because I didn't succeed. I'm not good at it. I'm not made to do this. Now I'm $8,000 poorer and back to whatever job I had before.
Exactly. And you see this a lot in the industry. You see a lot of people, they'll save up money from XYZ career and decide, I want to learn how to trade with no experience whatsoever. And they come in and they realize that they have to essentially feed themselves off of this trading aspect, which is a very hard thing to do for a beginner. So it's really all about positioning yourself for the long game. Doesn't matter if it's 10 years, 15 years, this skill is worth it at the end of the day. So set yourself up to, no matter what, be focusing on the learning aspect until you're in the position to push it and make money.
Yeah. I would say set yourself up so that you're able to essentially trade indefinitely. You don't want it to be something where it's like, all right, if I don't reach success by X point, I will have run out of money and it will be too late and I won't be able to trade anymore. If that's the point that you're at, then you're not really set up for success. You're not set up for long-term success. And that's what you should be looking for. Again, this isn't a quick way out. That's not what this is about. This is about setting yourself up for long-term success, building a true business out of this.
For sure.
Consistent profitability.
So what I hope you guys can get out of this is all it takes is just some damn hard work.
A lot of it.
And understanding that this may take years. And if you yourself can you can look in the mirror and you can say, I'm okay with essentially having the chance of being in the 95% no matter what I do, then you are cut out for this journey and you should continue it.
If you ask yourself that question and you're not willing to risk being a part of the 95%, if you're not willing to risk never being successful in trading, no matter how many hours you put in, no matter how hard you work, no matter how many strategies you try, if you're willing to take that risk of being that part of that 95%, in order to hopefully be a part of that 5% instead, if you're willing to take that risk, then welcome. Trading is for you.
You need that grit, that's for sure.
This is Vanquished Trading Company. Hope you guys enjoy it. We'll see you in the next one.
Have a great one.
Peace.